Hey Star Fam, thanks for tuning in. We're here again today for another quick energy check-in using the Astro Tarot deck. Okay, and ending with an inspiring quote from the You've Got This deck. Okay, so getting right into it. I do hope you're all keeping well. This is just going to be a quick general reading, just to see if we can get a bit of a snapshot as to what the energies are like around my Star Fam. It's a general reading, so it might not resonate with everybody. If not to worry. I've got plenty of other readings posted. Feel free to look through. I'm sure you'll find something that will resonate with your situation. Okay, but to start with, we've got the Four of Swords. So, Four of Swords is about rest, recuperation, meditation. You could be, praying to whatever deity you believe in, praying to your higher self for guidance, your ancestors. But usually this is about rest, recuperation, kind of being somewhat at peace, taking some time for yourselves. Might be pondering something, pondering a situation. Let's see if we can get a bit more information. The Star. Okay, so you could be taking some time to heal. Because the Star is usually about healing, hopes, dreams. So you might be reflecting on your dreams. As well, the Star is also a symbol of direction, because we do use the Star to navigate. So, trying to think about your path, your next move forward, while taking some time to rest and recuperate. Alright guys, taking a little bit of me time, it seems. Just wanting to refresh yourselves. Got Swords and the Star. I believe the Star is about Aquarius, the card for Aquarius. So you could be an Aquarius or any other air sign, although not necessarily. Next we've got the World. Okay, the World represents fixed signs. So again, we've got Aquarius here. Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo, but again, not necessarily. And this is a second major arcana card. And the World could be about travel, again, because we've got situation with navigating a new path with the Star, perhaps, and also the World, traveling. So you could be thinking about some kind of travel that you need to do. Or again, the World can also represent cycles, specifically the end of a cycle, which also marks the beginning of a new one. So this could be, again, something about healing cycles. This is like a negative pattern of behavior that you've noticed you've been in a cycle of. Might be, choosing the same type of partner, and kind of healing that within yourself. But I feel like there's definitely a sense of some kind of closure, some kind of healing, and some kind of finding a new path, because again, the World, ending, new beginning, travel, stars, navigation, hope, healing, you know what I mean? And again, the Four of Swords with kind of rest. Some of you really might be bringing yourselves a lot of closure, maybe doing a lot of internal work, reflection. This could have been through dreams. You've been able to let go of the past a bit, past mistakes, past relationships, just lessons learned. You know what I mean? Because I kind of get the feeling that a lot of you, it's like you're ready, It's like you're tired of holding on to the hurt, with the Three of Swords representing that heartache. It's usually a card about sadness, and it's a picture of a heart with three swords through it. You know what I mean? So it's like finally letting that go and kind of progressing from that heartache, that pain, and really healing, and taking the time to rest, and heal, find a new direction, and close out the past. Whew, pretty heavy stuff, you guys. Pretty heavy stuff, but you know, it's also really good. You know, we all need that moment to heal, so that we can move forward. You know, and not be dragging a lot of hurt and baggage with us along the way. So yeah, good stuff, you guys. Good stuff. Let's see if we can get any more. Right. Next card's out. We got the Hanged Man. So another major arcana card. Again, you could be a Pisces, although not necessarily. Then we've got the Six of Cups, the Devil, and the Five of Wands. Sorry guys, bear with me a second. Because the Hanged Man is about patience, active patience. For some people, it might feel like being stuck in a situation or feeling like you might be in a position of suspended animation. You might have been feeling like that for a while, but it's also about seeing things from a different point of view. So that's probably what's helping you heal along the way. You know, because this Hanged Man here, he is, you know, even though he's got his hands behind his back, you know, he's not really struggling or trying to get himself free. For all we know, his hands could be free, but he's just hanging out here because he knows that he just has to be patient. You know what I mean? So it's like this is somebody who realizes that divine timing is at play, or everything happens in its own time, and is perfectly content to kind of sit and wait it out, you know, as well as it could be about getting a new perspective. So this could be a combination of you, again, just taking some time to maybe not make any massive moves right now, but to try to get a different perspective on your situation, on the past, you know, on the way that you view the past. Because the Six of Cups is about nostalgia, the past, memories, usually happy memories, family, you know what I mean? So, again, a kind of seeing the past from a different perspective, which is kind of helping you to heal and move on. You know what I mean? And I get the feeling that it's healing from this devil and this conflict. Because the devil, again, could be about temptations or habits, and this could be habits that you learn from childhood, you know, maybe from your parents, maybe the environment that you grew up with was quite tumultuous, because again, with the Five of Wands, this is about arguments, squabbles. This could also be about competition. So you could have been dealing with a family life where there was often a lot of competition between you and your siblings. Maybe your parents pit your siblings against each other. This could be cousins, any kind of relatives. But you know, this is usually about arguments, fighting. You know what I mean? So it could be a situation where, you know, you're getting a different perspective and really being able to heal your past childhood and this kind of tumultuous home or this tumultuous environment that you grew up with or grew up in. You know? So it's the bottom of the deck. The Two of Pentacles. So that's about juggling. Trying to keep things up in the air, so to speak. This could also be about I want to say back and forth, but kind of not knowing what to do, like indecision, sort of. It could be about like gambling as well. or trying to figure out where to invest. Again, with the ship in the background, sorry guys, I hope that wasn't too out of focus or out of shot. But with the ship in the background, again, this could be indicating a journey. You might be trying to decide on making some kind of journey. But again, I get with just feeling like you've got many things up in the air, trying to keep a number of things up in the air. See, and then there we go, the indecision. Again, the Two of Swords next to the Two of Pentacles. So again, another two. So again, kind of feeling of going back and forth, maybe back and forth in your mind over a situation. And, you know, there's definitely some indecision around, I'm a bit curious about this now because, I mean, it looks like you've kind of decided, you know, what you want to do as far as, or what you need to do as far as, you know, really reconciling your past and letting it go and healing. So I'm surprised to see this indecision here. On page, let's see. I want to see if we can pull some cards on these. Hang on a second. Bear with me a bit, guys. Just tell me a little bit more about these twos. Might be feeling back and forth because it's like, you know, feeling of being guilt, especially if you're trying to, having to face some of these, you know, uglier details of your past, you know, and kind of going back and forth in your mind about your choice as to letting the past go and really freeing yourself. Maybe it's about going no contact or low contact, you know, and moving forward, but you kind of still being like guilted in or pressured and argued with to like, you know, not give up or not disappear, or do you know what I mean? But let's see if we can get a little bit more information because I'm not understanding fully this indecision, this feeling like you don't know what to do. What is this that is so up in the air? Could you tell me a little bit more about these twos, please? Could you tell me a little bit more about these twos? Could be trying to balance your money if you want to move out. Like trying to figure out where to invest your energy. Yeah. Trying to figure out where to invest your energy indeed. Okay, because the Emperor is another major arcana card, and this is the Divine Masculine of the deck. So this is somebody who's very much a leader. He is the Emperor. The Emperor is the conqueror of nations. This is somebody who is very good at logic, strategy, putting ideas into motion, you know, putting plans into motion, taking action. You know, he's a great ruler and is always looking to expand his empire and move forward. You know what I mean? So I kind of get the feeling that, yeah, it's like you are very much going to be feeling empowered, you know, but it's almost like you're not sure exactly which direction to go into, especially, you know, once you do end out the cycle and complete the cycle and heal. You know what I mean? It's like when it does come time to start anew, you know, and start to move forward and really take charge of your life, you know what I mean? You might be now in a situation where it's like, now, well, where do I go from here? Now, what do I do? You know what I mean? And this isn't surprising, especially if you're coming from a situation where maybe you've always felt like you've been controlled. You know what I mean? Or you've never felt like you've ever had a sense of control over your own lives, you know? Especially if you had very demanding and strict and controlling parents, you know? So it's like to now finally have this sudden freedom and to finally be, you know, in charge of your own life. It's like, okay, great. Now, well, what do I do? You know? I'm sure you'll figure it out, you guys. I'm sure you'll figure it out. You know, especially if now, especially if in the past, maybe, you know, your parents were, I want to say maybe financially abusing you a little bit, you know, where if you were working like a little part-time job, they'd demand like a large percentage of your paycheck for rent and stuff. And it's like now, not only do you have your own freedom now that you've moved out, you know, but it's like now you've got your own place, your own freedom. Now you've got that extra money as well too, and it's like now you don't know what to do, where to invest. You know what I mean? And maybe you might be feeling a little bit intimidated, sort of. Not really lost, but kind of like spoiled for choice, so to speak. You know what I mean? Let's see. What more can you tell me, please, about these twos and this emperor? What more can you tell me about these twos and this emperor? Because, yeah, I kind of get the feeling that many of you for a while may have been quite stuck in the past, feeling like you couldn't let go, you couldn't move from the past, you know? And that was like the devil kind of like keeping you stuck, stuck where you are, stuck under their thumbs, so to speak, you know? Always kind of keeping these people like tied to him. But I mean, again, they're not entirely powerless. They can always, you know, remove the chains that they're tied to with their hands. But it's like they don't, you know. So this could be a reflection of the psychological hold that this person had on you. You know, these people had on you. I see these people. These could be parents, adoptive parents, step parents, you know, whoever parental guardian in your life. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like they kind of like always kept you in the fold using guilt or trying to manipulate you in order to make you feel like you couldn't leave, you know? And keeping you stuck there. Because that's the thing about some people, you know? They'll only remember the version of you that they had the most control over, you know, no matter how much you've grown, right? Because you're the emperor now, you know? You know, and so I feel like you've really, once you really come out of this time of rest and healing and really like, you know, put an end to this cycle, you know, of being stuck in the past, stuck in your memory, you really step into your power as the emperor. But just be careful that they might not try to come and pull the wool over your eyes again, you know, because I feel like a lot of this indecision, not only is it from your newfound freedom, you know what I mean? But it's also, part of it is them also trying to continuously exert their control over you and maybe argue with you about your decisions, you know? But definitely I see you in your emperor power. So I kind of get the feeling that this power over you, that they believe that they have, is definitely starting to wane. You know, if it hasn't completely disappeared, you know what I mean? It's definitely waned a lot, you know? Because again, you are now presenting as the emperor. You know what I mean? Very powerful indeed in your own power. You know what I mean? Someone who's very successful, figure of authority, you know, could be a CEO type of person. You know, somebody who's a very motivated, someone who goes out, a go-getter. Somebody who's also very wise, good at strategy, planning, logistics, strategy. See if you can tell me a little bit more about this spread. Please could you tell me just a little bit more, please, about this situation before we wrap up? Yeah. Definitely feels like sorting out some childhood trauma from your past, guys. Alright, so the next two cards we've got, again, we're at the Ten of Wands and the Page of Wands. Okay, so again, with the Ten of Wands, that being somebody who is carrying a heavy burden. You know what I mean? And then the Page of Wands, you know, a young person, but somebody, and this page, if you just going by the imagery, somebody who is examining or re-examining their wand. You know what I mean? So it's like, I definitely get the feeling that something, going back to re-examine something in your childhood. Something that was burdensome in your childhood and just letting it go, dropping that burden. You know what I mean? And then something about a trip. I think you might have moved away from your family, your toxic family, you know? Because again, with 10, that's another card of a potential move. Somebody moving. You know, and again, with the world and travel, star finding a new path, the 2 in the background, the boat moving, the emperor, somebody moving forward. You know what I mean? Something about re-examining issues from your past and dropping that burden. Dropping the weight, dropping the burden, dropping the arguments. You know what I mean? And really taking steps to move forward. You know, we've got the wands. Wands are representative of fire signs. So Aries, Leo, Sag. Although again, not necessarily. But, you know, we've got Leo again turning up. And then Aries with the Emperor. So, you know, I feel like this is you definitely like stepping up into your own leadership, you know? And it's like you completely like bypass the whole King of Wands as well too. You go from the Page of Wands to the Emperor, you know? So that's a lot of growing up, right? That's a lot of growing up. You come a really, really long way from way back when. You know what I mean? Like the time that you've spent kind of in healing, seeing things from a new perspective. You know what I mean? I feel like there was a lot of empathy and just understanding and growing up and just maturing, you know, to the point where you even surpass this person in their maturity levels. And I feel like that's why you're able to really let this go. You know what I mean? Nice, you guys. Some good inner healing work y'all have been doing. This is about, yeah, you see, and then with the Six of Swords, that is about moving on to calmer waters. It's calmer waters of the mind, calmer waters of the heart. You know what I mean? This is usually like the moment after an argument when you're both cooling down your tempers, you know, as well as it could be a card of burying the hatchet, because back in the olden days, if you wanted to dispose of swords, normally they would throw them into lakes, something to do with the Lady in the Lake, King Arthur, or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, letting the past go and kind of moving on from where you are, as well as it could actually be a physical move. Again, another card about moving. If not physically, then like just moving on from whatever, you know, from the past and healing, you know? Nice, you guys. I'm glad to see that you're really healing, moving on, and stepping into your own power, right? And as to what to do, like, you know, the world is your oyster now, you guys. If you really want to travel, you know, just be careful. The world is opening up again now. Just, you know, be careful, take precautions, be safe, and, you know, live your lives, you know? You're the bosses of yourselves now, right? You're the boss of you. All right, guys, let's see if we can get an inspiring quote from the You Got This deck. Just to finish things off here, please, can we get some words of wisdom, words of advice, words of inspiration for my star fam with regards to this spread? Can we get some words of wisdom, words of encouragement, words of advice for my star fam with regards to this spread? Oh, okay. You can't measure a dream. But your dreams sure can come true, huh? And now that you're the emperor, you definitely have the power to make your dreams happen. All right, let's see if we can get one more inspiring quote. Any more words of wisdom, words of encouragement, words of advice for my star fam? The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Right, so I kind of get the feeling like it doesn't really matter what you do, just move forward. You know, just pick something, whatever road that you pick, whatever you decide to invest your time, money, effort, energy into, whatever. Just pick something and move forward, basically, okay? Pick something that you like, maybe, you know, a hobby, you know, and just get started on that hobby and see where that goes. You never know, right? You guys just really step into that emperor energy and just take charge and just do something. Anything, right? Because you never know, right? But just, you got to get started. Take that first step. Okay, you guys? Oh. All right. I think I'm going to end that out here. I hope this helped. I hope it resonated. I hope it brought a little bit more clarity to your situation. If you liked this spread, please be sure to like and subscribe so you can join the Soul Tribe. And as always, wishing you a copacetic Earth experience.